Yeah, I thought we did some nice things against Washington. It was a different game than obviously the game at Purdue in terms of didn't shoot the ball particularly well from three, but I thought we were very, very dialed in defensively. And then second chance points were a huge factor in that ball game. But find a way to win, move on. Obviously, it was a terrific night for Ben, and I thought our guys off the bench, I thought Z was impactful at a high level, and then I thought Ben was just outstanding. So now it's on to Lincoln, and one of the best teams in the country, a team that is unprecedented. I mean, their win streak was obviously took it on the chin, a little short-handed in that one, but a very, very good basketball team with an excellent basketball coach, and would expect a terrific environment, and we'll have to play well.
When you look back at that first meeting, what are some of the things you've emphasized and kind of correcting the second time around?
Think I'm going to tell you that? I mean, for one, they got pretty much every shot they wanted. In every facet of the game, there was nothing that we were very good at. We gave them layups, we gave them threes, we gave them transition. Just a game that, to their credit, they made all the shots, and we did not play bad from an offensive standpoint against them, but defensively we had no real positives in terms of scouting report, in terms of what we want to do, and that's a tribute to them.
How's your team changed in the month and a half since you last played in Nebraska?
Well, I think we've gotten better at understanding who we are and what we want to be. Really put simply, I mean, what we want to, what opportunities we want to give up on the defensive end and live with. You're not going to take everything away from everybody at this level. And then I think the other piece is, we've got better role identification than we had at that point. We were, still trying to get healthy, still trying to get in shape. December seems like an eternity ago, but it was a team that was searching then, and I think we found some answers since then.
As you mentioned, second chance points against Washington, and I think they had 4 on maybe 10 offensive rebounds. What's key defensively when you give up on offensive rebounds and not let them turn that into points?
Yeah, I think, part of it's our size. I think that, you had Z and Tommy in there. I think you've got some guys that can take away, opportunities. I think that, everybody attacks it a little differently. Some of them kick it out for threes. Some of them want to take it back up and try to get fouled. Some of them just want to kick it out and run clock. So, it's more about the opponent and how they attack it, and a little bit of luck on that side, to be quite honest. But, it's one of the things that we've got to be good at. Rink and Frager and Bouquet are all very, very good at offensive rebounding. So we got to make sure that when they get them, they're not kicking them out for probably Samford and Jamarcus Lawrence threes.
Some of our teams here, both defend without fouling. They don't give up very many free throws. Is this a game where you want to be aggressive?
Not really. I don't want to foul a 90% free throw shooting team. I mean, they're doggone good at it. So, I think the game will play itself out. We'll see. They're a team that traditionally is a team that hasn't fouled. I think we're 1 or 2 in the country right now and not giving up fouls. That's the one thing you don't want to do is give their shooters rhythm, let them get into a rhythm by going to the foul line and shooting threes. We're going to do what we do defensively, and we'll have to adjust accordingly. But being more aggressive to foul them is not one of the things we're that excited about.
A lot of people talk about Keen's scoring. What about Keen's facilitation? Seems like he's getting a lot of assists. How would you kind of rate him as a passer?
Oh, he's an elite decision maker. Elite. Just takes what the game gives him. His height, 6'6", his length allows him to pass over and around players, usually smaller guys that are matched with him. Bigger ones, he just goes around. But yeah, his decision making is very good. 8 assists, 1 turnover. The other night in the game where they started out denying him, again, they started out being extremely physical. They threw everybody on their team at him. Yeah, he just takes what the game gives him.
Kylan got in a all left-handed workout before Thursday's game and didn't have the splint on during that, but then the game. What kind of regimen is he on, or what can he do?
Yeah, he's progressing nicely. The surgery went great. Now it's about making sure that the swelling's out. He's been pain-free. And then it's just in the kind of retraining the hand and the thumb to stay active and without hurting it. So conditioning is one of the biggest challenges that Kylan has right now. Is not getting extremely out of shape. He's not in game shape, obviously, but a lot of running and then a lot of stuff with his offhand just to keep the ball and keep the feel in his hand. I would also like to announce that Jason Jaxtis will be out for the rest of the season. Jason's had a blood clot in his shoulder that he is dealing with some issues with that, and some procedures as we move forward will be dealt with in the future. So we will miss him and everything that he provides, which is a great deal for us in terms of practice, and hasn't shown in games, but he's a terrific player who we're definitely going to miss.
Seems like you've been asked a lot of times, like kind of when the moment was that you knew Keaton could be this level of player. When did you kind of know that this was a guy who could make this level of impact as a freshman?
Yeah, I thought he would. I saw a lot of film on him. I was pretty bought into him pretty early. The competition level he played against, his skill set, his competitive spirit was really high. His physicality was really high. So I felt like, just from a physical standpoint, he was going to be able to play and contribute right away. And then he's developed into, Tyler and our coaches have done a nice job with him in terms of just developing his skill set, putting him in situations that we use to be successful.
How much was this level of versatility with him something you originally saw?
That's the whole reason. Yeah, it's the whole reason we recruited him. We needed the counter to Tommy, and he was that. Big, strong, physical, very, very skilled. Still had the one quality we wanted, shooting, but his playmaking and passing was a huge piece of that, and then his rebounding was, he's always been an elite rebounder, so that was a huge piece of it.
Probably Samford had a pretty big game in the last meeting. What kind of things can you do to slow him down?
Yeah, he's going to score. He's got the quickest release in college basketball, and you've got to make his opportunities challenged. You can't give him the easy ones. They're very good in transition. Their first 6 seconds, Lawrence does an elite job of finding those guys kind of in trail threes. He got 2 of them against us. Rink got 1 or 2. It's not a game you necessarily run back to the paint and try to protect. You better stop it, at the logo and start making sure you find guys. But they run a lot of actions to him. He's in a lot of movement. He's never stops. He's one of the best conditioned guys in college basketball. But he's going to hit some shots, and you just got to make sure they're contested and not give him the easy ones, and then hope he misses a few.
Has Tony got on the court much in practice, or is he still doing body by flash?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, he's starting to figure out what we're doing, and you know, he does some scout team stuff, and his role become a little bigger now with Jason out as well.
You guys have made some improvements, obviously, defensively since the Nebraska game. Is there anywhere you've seen Nebraska kind of make some improvements or change or improve in any areas?
Man, they've been good all year. They get a lot of credit for their offense, and their defense is one of the best in the country. And you know, they just do what they do. You know, they're very, 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 very physical. They hit you, they shove you, they block out. You know, their contest rate is very, very high. They do a lot of things very well. The biggest thing they do is don't make mistakes. They know exactly what they're doing, and they make very few mistakes on that end. They know how they're handling coverages. They're there. Their low hold rotations are there. They're very good defensively, very, very well schooled and very physical.
What's it like coaching in Lincoln? It's become one of the tougher places to play in the Big Ten Conference.
It's always been one of the toughest places to play. It goes back to 1980s when I was playing. The Devaney Center was incredible. They always had packed houses. They've got an incredible fan base. You know, now obviously the new arena, Pinnacle, is elite. Every year we've been there, it's been a sellout crowd. It's been electric. Their fans are boisterous and very, very loud. The building's got great acoustics. So yeah, it's nothing new there. They're you know, I've always rated as one of the top 3 places in our league to you know, for an opposing team to have to go into. I just think they've got passionate fans and sell out and show up and scream really loud.
Talk all the time just about kind of winning the math battle. Like, how much is this team kind of an embodiment of that with the shooting, the offensive rebounding, and fouls, with kind of maximizing possessions?
Yeah. All of the above. It all adds up. I mean, if you want to use a math term, it's, you know, it's putting all the pieces together and you know, having a positive outcome. And you know, if you miss 1 or 2 of those pieces, then you're probably not as good. And you know, it's just been you know, it's been the plan for a few years. It's just coming to fruition and getting all the pieces, you know, to kind of fit together the right way. But yeah, and it's, you know, shot selection's been a big part of that. The non-fouling is, you know, we've always been good at that here in the last few years, but you know, another level this year. You know, free throw shooting, all that stuff play into all of that.
Keaton and Dobbin, obviously 2 of the most talented freshmen we've ever had, but they don't seem to, the moment doesn't seem to get too big for them. Have you ever had something like this in your coaching career, the talent plus the confidence?
Yeah, I mean, KJ and Will got to that last year. Those guys are pretty good now. They're talking 20 and 21 in the draft. So, yeah, I mean, you know, Trev Frazier was pretty good as a freshman, and you know, Io was pretty good as a freshman, and Kofi was pretty good as a freshman. Maybe not because of the teams and their roles on these teams. Maybe that's the way it's perceived, but we've had some pretty good freshmen. So, you know, I don't want to take away from anybody else, but yeah, these 2 guys are doing great things, and you know, they'll ultimately be judged on how we finish.
Okay.
Thank you.